At night, I'm a ruthless mafia boss. By day, I put on glasses and become a university professor. But when I showed up for work at the school, the principal asked me to reconsider because I'd be teaching the worst class in the school. Their students were either heirs of military families or children of world boxing champions. No teacher had lasted more than 3 days with them. When they heard a new teacher was coming, they even installed an electric shock system at the classroom door. But the next second I kicked the door open, the loud bang made everyone in the room jump. A girl was so startled she dropped her cup on the lab table. It triggered a small explosion instantly. The students who had just been acting all tough were now in total disarray. They instantly disliked me, but I threw a blackboard eraser to shut her up. Everyone in class was furious. They started throwing tennis balls at me. I casually grabbed a textbook and hit the ball right back. Then I snapped a piece of chalk and flung it with a ruler. Each student got hit square in the forehead. I introduced myself as their new physics teacher and said they were welcome to ask about other subjects too. The students stared at each other in confusion. One bully pointed at a math problem on the board, claiming it was a challenge he gave the math teacher and dared me to solve it on the spot. I smiled and casually wrote a few lines of numbers on the board. Everyone started smirking. Turns out the kid's father was a top mathematician. Even he took 7 days to solve the problem. No one believed I could solve it in seconds. Just then, the math teacher came in to grab a book. He saw the answer on the board and froze in shock. He immediately asked who had solved it, but the students were too busy checking the solution. No one paid attention to him. When they finished verifying it, they all looked stunned. The student who gave the problem fainted on the spot, wanting to test me further. The students secretly planned to mess with the chemistry teacher that afternoon. At that moment, I was about to walk into the room. Suddenly, an explosion came from inside. The chemistry teacher walked out covered in soot. I stormed into the classroom angrily. The bully pulled out his gadget to threaten me, saying if I didn't leave, I'd be blown to bits. But to me, his invention was worthless. I even invited them to come build rockets with me. The students burst out laughing, thinking I was bluffing. They said if I could build a rocket by hand, they'd start behaving. I took them to the countryside without a word. They even started live streaming, planning to watch me fail. But to their shock, I built a rocket in under 5 minutes. They laughed again, thinking it could never fly. But the next second, the rocket shot into the sky and vanished in the blink of an eye, stunned. The students quietly boarded the bus back to school. But on the bus, the bully was still fuming about being shown up. He said he had to get revenge, one of his friends revealed. He'd planted a modified bomb under my seat. It only made sound but wouldn't hurt anyone. They all covered their ears and hit the remote. Nothing happened. They hit it again and again. Still nothing. That's when I pulled out a jammer and scolded them for wasting time on toys. Told them to go apologize to the chemistry teacher instead. The kids finally quieted down, but then a beeping sound echoed through the bus. I instantly sensed something was wrong. I looked under the seat and found a real ticking time bomb. Everyone screamed for the bus to stop, but the chemistry teacher stopped them. Because the trigger wire was linked to the brakes, if the driver hit the brakes, the bomb would explode immediately. Panic spread across the bus. There were less than 60 seconds left. I stayed calm and grabbed my tools to disarm the bomb.